Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to make a little bit of a different video here, just to talk a little bit about what this channel is really about and how it can help you on your piano and keyboard journey. Okay, so as you can see, the channel is called Unlock the Keyboard, but if you have engaged in my channel to any capacity, you would know that my main series on this channel is called Tune Quest. That's my show here on this channel, and the whole idea of that show is that I teach a new song. The niche that I make content in here on YouTube is the piano tutorials niche. I have a few kind of gripes about this niche, and one of them is that a lot of it is very tasteless and very soulless, in my opinion. A lot of the channels within this niche just like churn out content, and they're faceless channels, right? You would know the videos that I'm talking about, and they have kind of like the falling notes, and they show you exactly the notes to play to learn a specific song. So there can definitely be uses for these videos. They can be useful if you just want to learn specifically like a little melody or a chord progression or whatever. So I'm definitely not writing them off completely. But I find that these channels are kind of like content farms, content factories. They just churn out content, and these are the videos that make their way to the top of like the search engine results, and they make their way to the recommended. And so my channel is competing with these channels, and if you have seen any of my videos, you would know that I'm passionate about this music. You know, I teach this music with your own education in mind. You know, my goal is to teach a song so that you can actually learn something from that song to become a better piano player, right? Now, this is going to my first main point that I wanted to actually raise in this video, which is that learning songs on the piano is a fundamental pillar of musical progress. I'd say in any instrument, but we're talking about the piano here specifically, right? And here's a really good rule of thumb, just so that you have some value from this video, something to take away. I'd say it's really good to divide your piano practice in half, where one half is going to be technical, right? So kind of practicing exercises, working on various different technical things, you know, scales, finger exercises, practicing various different chords, chord voicings, rhythm, various different exercises that train your physical capability, you know, in your hands and in your fingers and in your ears, ear training, things like that. And then the other half is working on songs, working on tunes, right? Now, this is always a really wise breakdown of a piano practice session, because what it does is that you need the technical side. You need to be able to play things on the piano. You need to have the technique to execute certain things, right? But that's just the technical. What is the purpose of the technical? It's to play music, right? So that's why the other half is music. This is always a good rule of thumb. Now, I am, of course, a very big proponent of the creative aspect with the piano and with the keyboard. In fact, my online school is called Keyboard Wizardry, and that implies using music to cast spells, create magic, right? Being creative with this stuff. If you want to add the creative element to it, then a good split would be in thirds, right? 1/3 technical, 1/3 working on a song, and then the other third creating your own music, whether that's improvising or composing music or producing music. Okay, that is a really good breakdown. That's going to be like the ultimate workout routine that will lead to like a holistic musical growth. So that's the first main point that I wanted to actually talk about in this video. So why do I call it Tune Quest? What's that all about? And I already mentioned that I have this gripe with this kind of soulless, faceless YouTube channel that just shows you the notes falling from the sky. Alternatively, you have other channels where there's actually a real person behind the camera teaching you how to play the song. And of course, I love this style. It's more real. But some of those videos, they kind of just show you like, put your finger here, you know, put your finger here, play that, play these notes, and then move this finger down kind of thing. So they show you exactly like how to place your fingers and how to play the notes. And to be fair, I do this sometimes, And also another thing is that some people just want to know that, right? They don't want to learn like the theory behind what's going on, or they don't want to learn the techniques. They just want to know, okay, how do I play this melody? What's the chord so that I can play it on my piano at home or this public piano and impress my friends or whatever. That's totally fine. I have nothing against that. But the purpose of this channel is to go way further, right? Tune Quest. The philosophy is that every tune is a new quest. That if you take the quest, there is monsters to slay there. There's treasure to obtain there. There's XP to gain. If you've played any video games, you would know what I'm talking about, right? When you complete a quest, you gain XP and you gain treasure, right? What is the purpose of completing a quest? It is to go exploring some land, slaying some monsters, you know, helping some people, helping the village or the town, and then going to claim your reward and gaining XP so that you improve as a character. That's the video game analogy, right? We're talking kind of gamification terms, right? I apply gamification to a lot of the things that I've created. So if you do like this kind of way that I talk about music, then you might like some of the things that I've created in Keyboard Wizardry. Anyway, that aside, the whole goal here is that every new video I have on this channel is a new quest that you could take, regardless of whether you know the artist or the song. Every tutorial, I kind of teach some technique and some theory as to what's happening in the song, because I feel that it's there for the taking. It's XP that you can literally grab if you want to, just by putting in a little bit of extra work to like really think about these things and spend some time practicing the material that I discuss in these TuneQuest videos. And honestly, if you do, you will progress so much. And you know, I do have a paid course. I have 2 paid courses in Keyboard Wizardry. But to be truly honest, a lot of the material in those courses is covered throughout these TuneQuest episodes. And I go into a lot more advanced stuff sometimes in some episodes of TuneQuest, right? Depending on the song, right? If the song calls for explaining some more advanced theoretical concept or technique, then I'll generally explain it, right? The courses are more for like structured learning. If you want a structured path to follow, those are really good. But I'm telling you right now that there is so much to learn on this channel if you're willing to like go deeper and take some tune quests. I also generally arrange the quests in terms of levels. So I've got playlists where you can see like level 1 quests, level 2 quests, etc. So if you're a complete beginner, you could go ahead and take some level 1 quests now, and you will learn a whole bunch about chords and, you know, inversions and melody and articulation, and yeah, generally like, and that's why the first point is something I wanted to share with you in this video, why it's always a good breakdown, you know, half, like half technique, half song, because the song is both practical application of techniques and things that you learn and things that you are practicing on the piano, but also absorption. You learn so much. Like there is literally everything to be learned from all of the music that is out there. There's too much to learn in one lifetime, right? And I don't know, I just felt called to talk about this in a video, because I don't think I've made a video where I actually talk about what this channel is really about. And now I can put this on the homepage of my channel for all the newcomers to see, like, okay, I see what Unlock the Keyboard is about. And let's just talk about that name for a second. I don't want to make this video too long, but I actually started this channel as Unlock the Keyboard, and it's probably going to stay that way, even though my online school is called Keyboard Wizardry, which is kind of like I guess they're 2 halves, you know, or the progression. You know, first you unlock the keyboard, and then with the skills that you have unlocked on the keyboard, you can now conduct Keyboard Wizardry, which is the creative element, you know, using techniques and theory and things that you learn to compose and produce your own music and be creative on the keyboard. That's the whole idea, right? Now, with TuneQuest, again, every video has something that you can learn to help you unlock the keyboard, right? New techniques, new theory, new ways to articulate notes and play melodies, and yeah, so hopefully you have a much clearer idea of what this channel is about and what kind of value you can find here. And yeah, I just want to help you improve as a pianist, as a keyboard player, and as a musician in general, okay? Because My whole philosophy is that music is a lifelong journey. It's an infinite journey, and I have this insatiable musical hunger within me. I am obsessed with progress and learning more, and there's so much to learn, and I love learning, and I practice very diligently the piano. I love practicing, I love progressing, and I intend to continue learning and growing so that I can also share what I learn. And that's kind of the whole goal. That's what this channel is. It's an extension of my own passion and my own love and the things that I'm learning on the piano, because I feel a duty to share it, right? I feel a duty to share and teach these things as I progress and gain my own XP and level up in my own music journey, right? It's only right that I kind of take people on with me, like, let's go, you know? And that's how I approach teaching, by the way. I'm on my own musical journey. It's not like I'm standing on a podium and I'm standing up here and I say, practice this, do that. I mean, sometimes I have to do that, but generally speaking, I'm actually forging ahead on my own path, and my students are more following me, like, come along, let me show you the way, let me show you an easier way to learn these things. You know, I'm kind of like going through the jungle with a machete, you know, hacking my own path, learning all these things kind of like the hard way. And then I get to, show the easier path for my students. And that's kind of something that I do offer in one-on-one coaching. So if you are interested in studying with me, then join Keyboard Wizardry and get in touch. I'd honestly love to take you on as a student if you're interested in really taking your piano and keyboard practice seriously and learning some advanced or intermediate to advanced things. Anyway, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your viewership, and please, if you do like this channel and do get value, please, it would mean the world to me just to like the videos and like a comment, to give it some engagement, because a lot of my videos, as I kind of explained at the start, as I alluded to, a lot of my videos are drowned in the ocean of content. You know, they're competing against those faceless channels. Anyway, that's it for this one. Peace out. See you in the next video.